Alright, well hey everybody, it's Grimmgreen from Grimmgreen.com, back here today doing what I do, enjoying some delicious vapor. Of course, I want to give a very warm welcome to my new subscribers. I do hope you find what you're looking for on this channel, but it's not about any of that. What it's about today, what it's about right now, this might be the second to last, looking around, second to last DNA30 device that ever goes up on my YouTube channel. The DNA30, while it hasn't become outdated just yet, it's still a wonderful, wonderful board to use inside your mods. There is the DNA40 that exists right now. Apart from that, there's all the 50, 100 watt, 200 watt, 180 watt chips coming out of China as well. So this right here, this is the Beyond Vape Solara mod, and it just looks classy. It just looks cool. I love the black. I love the stainless steel. I love the display right here. I love the up downs. I love the slightly clicky, but squishy. It's a little bit squishy, but it's also kind of clicky, and I just locked it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I just locked it. But yeah, it's a great button. In order to get to know it, as always, just a little bit better, we're going to go up close for a quick, short, uppy-closey time. Solara! Saying Solara just reminds me of Polaris for some reason, which is a Megadeth song. So every time I see Solara, I think, launch the Solara! Beyond Vape usually has really good, really good packaging. All their stuff is really nice, and it comes in a nice box. Oh, you can follow them on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter /BeyondVape, beyondvape.com. So let's get out of this. Let's get out of this box. Instruction card, yeehaw, nobody cares. Solara, ooh, DNA30 mod on the inside. Fits in there really super nicely. All their packaging is always really good. It does come with a wall USB branded even Beyond Vape USB charger fits in there. That's gonna charge your Beyond Vape DNA30 Solara device. So this is the Solara up close and personal. It's kind of like a very, I don't know, I got a very classy vibe from holding this. It's black and it's silver and it just kind of feels cool and classy. Let's look at the Evolve DNA30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, this is the Evolve DNA30 on the inside, so you're going to get all the functionality of a DNA30. And everybody, including myself, everybody on YouTube has talked ad nauseum about what the DNA30 does, what the DNA30 is. It's in this, and you have full functionality of it, up to 30 watts. One thing I'm not super stoked on, and the one thing besides that face, look at that face. That's a face. Eyeballs, mouth, that's a face. I kind of don't really like this 510 connection. I've never had a problem with it. I just don't like that it's an ego style connection, because you end up using these with, non-clearomizers. Like there's no, I don't know. I have mixed emotions about this. There's no real reason to use a clearomizer on a DNA30, but if you have a DNA30, I guess it's nice to have the ego style connection. It just, when I saw that, I was kind of surprised, that's all. I wasn't like, oh, that sucks. I was kind of like, oh, they did the ego connection instead of like a flush, like Fat Daddy Vape style 22mm connection on there. But regardless, branded Beyond Vape, there it is. There's your USB charging right there. Let me get you the specs of this real fast, authentic DNA30 chip. It has a 2600 milliamp hour or mAh LiPo battery pack on the inside. AC-DC converter for maximum battery life. Pass-through charging ability means that you can charge it and still use it, and it will still charge. Gold-plated, spring-loaded 510 pin on the inside. There's a replacement battery service, $37, variable voltage, variable wattage. This is just kind of going over the what the DNA30 can do. Stealth mode, you can lock your power. It has short circuit protection, an OLED screen, minimal heat generation, battery vents through both the USB port and the seams on the body. Made of T6 aircraft grade aluminum, 1-year warranty. So there you go. That is a little bit of up close time with the Beyond Vape Solara. I think it looks cool. I think it looks classy. One thing that I want to touch on before we get back out to normal view is the finish. And while the finish is really nice and beautiful. It's just a joy to touch and use. There's no chalkboardiness. It's just a nice, soft feeling finish. I'm a very tactile person, so I always fondle my mods and get to know how they feel and the finish on it. It does make for a slightly slippery mod. I find myself gripping it really low like this to keep it from maybe possibly slipping out of my hands. It's kind of just a very soft, slippery material. There's not much grip to it. It's just really soft, and I find myself, like I said, gripping it low or putting my pinky underneath it even, and using it with my thumb just so that I don't feel like it's gonna just kind of slip out of my hand. No big deal. Beyond Vape Solara. Let's get back out to normal view. Let us vape this. So yeah, currently rocking my Solara mod with the Dark Horse RDA on there. I built this to exactly 1.1 ohms somehow. It actually reads a little bit differently depending on what you're putting it on. 1 ohm to 1.2 ohms is where it seems to go. Right now it's reading at 1.1 on this particular DNA30. Have it cranked up all the way to 30 watts. It's giving me nearly 6 volts of power, and the performance is just, it's great. It's DNA30 powered, so the performance is gonna be great. Not bad for a single coil on there. That's right, I only have a single coil right here on this Dark Horse RDA. And the reason that I built a single coil, which let's get way off topic, I like the airflow more with a single coil rather than with a dual coil. With a dual coil, it was a little bit too airy. I blocked some of those air holes off. With the Dark Horse, you have the ability to do that, and I just rocked a single coil on there. It's really easy to build a nice 1 ohm single coil. I did 7 wraps of 26 gauge Canthal, came out to 1 ohm, 30 watts on your DNA30. It's stellar. I mean, it's a stellar vape. The one thing I did talk about in the uppy closey portion is this finish. I'm a very tactile person. I like to touch. I like to feel. I like to get handsy with things. And so when I feel this, I go, oh, that is nice and smooth. That is a nice, smooth finish. There's no scratches in it, and I have tried to beat the hell out of this. I've tossed it in my backpack, dropped it on the ground. It's fallen over on my desk right now. Fell over on my desk. No scratches, no nothing. It's a nice durable finish, but it is very smooth. It's not very grippy. So when you're holding it, you kind of have this sexy sort of, it's kind of sliding around just a little bit. So I always end up putting my pinky underneath it and hitting the button with my thumb. Because if I hold it like this, if that slidey part is against my hand, it doesn't feel secure. Like I feel like I'm going to drop it. So 100% of the time I rock it like this, you know, pinky underneath, hitting the button with my thumb. No big deal. It's got a big, nice, long battery life. Let's get back here on the on the Beyond Vape site. It's got an internal 2600 mAh LiPo battery pack on the inside. They do offer a service for fixing it or changing it out if the need be, meaning that you can't service the battery yourself. You can't open this up, yank out the battery, and put a new battery in. It's not an 18650 on the inside. It's a 2600 mAh or milliamp hour LiPo pack battery. It works great with the DNA30. I've been getting plenty of battery life, plenty of power from that DNA30. Overall, it's a nice, classy feeling and looking mod. This has become one of my favorite DNA30s, and I know I say that a lot, but it seems like companies are doing really cool shit now, and I just, you know, when I find something I like, I use it, and I use it, and I use it. Will you need your vape budget hands? Of course you will need your vape budget hands. You always need your vape budget hands. The price of the Beyond Vape Solara is $175. So, I mean, not unreasonable. Still pricey, but not ridiculous. $175. That's you know, the way that I always use my vape budget hands is how many paychecks do I need to save up to get that? So if I save $50 from a paycheck, even if you save $25, it'll take you 25, 50, 100. It'll take you a little while to save up for that. But that's what we do with things that we want to buy. You know what I mean? You don't just go buy a car or buy a Stormtrooper helmet. You save up a little bit for it. That Stormtrooper helmet cost me $200. That's a mod right there. I think it was actually $250. Totally worth it. but I'm getting off track. $175 for the Beyond really? Beyond Vape Solara DNA30. I'll have a link in the description where you can pick it up. I really enjoy using it. It's a nice DNA30, nice long battery life. It does look classy. I love the finish, but I hate the finish as well because there's no grippiness to it. What would be cool, and that might detract from like the classy look of it, is just a straight up stainless steel finish on here. Maybe even stainless steel with like some slashy vent marks on the side for added grippiness, but that's just me. I'm just the idea guy. That's what I got. I don't want to start rambling here. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I'll have a link in the description to where you can look at the Beyond Vape Solara if you feel so interested, but that's what I got. Thank you so much for watching, everybody, and as always, let's keep on vaping.